review. Well, the big brands haven't responded yet to the FDA. So what should consumers do? Joining us now is Dr. Timothy Quinn. He's a board-certified family physician. Doctor, thank you for being here. Can you tell us more about this key ingredient that we're being told now is ineffective?
Well, basically, we advise our patients every day. We get patients to call in with signs and symptoms of an upper respiratory tract infection with the runny nose, the cough, and they'll ask, are there any over-the-counter remedies that they can take? And now that the FDA is releasing this information, it's being made known to the public, we'll not advise them to take the over-the-counter cold and cough remedies that contain this phenylephrine because it's being determined that it's not effective. And this is very good. I actually spoke to a number of pharmacists, and they confirmed that the pseudoephedrine, which was the original, and it's still available, but you have to buy it from behind the counter. Now, the deal with the pseudoephedrine, it's very effective. In Mississippi, you don't have to have a prescription, but you have to show your driver's license. The reason for this is back in 2006, they made it that way so that people can't just go buy so much of it, because in a lot of cases it was being used to make the methamphetamines, which is the illegal drugs. So people have to show that driver's license. The pharmacist, they'll check the NPLEX, which is the National Prescriber Log Exchange. And if they've not exceeded the amount in a day or a month, then they can get the medication and get the relief that's very effective.
So if a patient is sick and comes to your office, what would you recommend?
Well, if a patient is sick and comes to our office, and we advise them to come on in, especially right now because COVID is on the rise again, and we want to make sure that we test them for COVID, but they can't come in, we'll advise them to buy the testing at the pharmacy. But we'll test them for COVID first, because even though COVID, some people aren't getting as sick, you might have a vulnerable family member at home or a coworker. But basically, we'll write them a prescription, but we'll make sure that it contains the pseudoephedrine, which is that much more effective ingredient that can give them the relief that they really need.
So what happens now, doctor? Do the drug makers need to start from scratch?
Not necessarily. Basically, what's going to happen, because the FDA, they follow the advice, or they at least strongly evaluate the advice of the advisory committee. And so far, that's the only finding is the findings of that advisory committee to the FDA. But the FDA, they're going to look at it, and there's a high probability that they will follow that advice. And then they'll advise those manufacturers not to use that phenylephrine because it's not effective. And what will probably happen is there'll be more of a push for behind-the-counter products that contain the pseudoephedrine. It's just individuals or consumers will have to show that driver's license, because we don't want to let people get so much of that pseudoephedrine, because there's the risk that people that are making methamphetamines, which is that illegal drug, might be empowered to make too much. So it's really good, because in the medical field, we want to help people, but we also always want to look out for public safety. And this is something that's going on, and I love it, because the FDA, they took quite a beating during COVID. There was a lot of information that was up and down, but this is showing us that the FDA, they're looking out for public safety.
All right, that makes a lot of sense. So we don't have a lot of time left, but I wanted to squeeze in another headline that is really fascinating. So France banning the iPhone 12 over concerns that it may cause too much radiation. A watchdog group that governs radio frequencies said Apple must fix its current versions of the phone, and if it doesn't soon, it will have to recall every single one sold. So Apple says it's contesting that review. But how concerned should we be over radiation exposure? So many people using these phones.
Most definitely. And I love this type of reporting, because it lets the public know that there are many watch guards out there that are watching out for public safety. The FDA in Europe, this organization, and I'm looking at it, and it's saying that the electromagnetic energy is too much. It exceeds the European standard of 4 watts per kilogram. But the take home is it's very important that these organizations are in place, because a lot of these companies, such as Apple and drug manufacturers, sometimes money or profit can become something that's very driving. But these watchguard companies, they make sure that these companies pay attention and put public safety before profit. And this is really good.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.